Stop you. So. Hey guys. I decided that since I don't have any current content series ideas, I'm just gonna do my makeup. I'm just gonna play in some makeup. Like, to be honest, I do have hair. It's in a bun. But yeah, I've decided I'm just gonna play in some makeup and talk. Hope you guys are okay with that. I'm debating on if I'm gonna do this face mask. I might look like an idiot because it's a narwhal, but I think I'm gonna save this for another time. Anyway, I just got a new makeup bag and I got some new makeup. So obviously I'm gonna play in some makeup. Like, what? Let's be for real. And I got some new brushes. Like, where it's at. Like, where I actually said. So, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do primer because I'm not going anywhere. So, yeah. But I've already like did my skin prep and all that type of stuff. So I'm cool. First, I actually got this new foundation. It's really watery. I hope it's actually my shade, but this is it. L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation in the shade in 8. This looks kind of warm. I'm not gonna lie. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm a little nervous because yeah, I'm nervous. Oh, go blind. Yeah. So we're gonna use this. I'm debating on if I actually let me just shut up. Like I just need to shut up. Okay. So I'm gonna swab. I'm gonna pump a little bit onto my hand. And let's see how that goes. Oh, child, bro, this is like. Did y'all see that? It's like really, really liquid. I know I'm not tripping. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that on my hand, and I'm gonna use my new little what's this thing called? Beauty blender. Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like, oh, it's gone. What am I doing, bro? I don't even do my makeup like this. I'm freaking tripping. First, I'm gonna do my brows with the Elf Micro. Can y'all see that? Hello, Elf Microfine Brow Pencil. I'm gonna fill these in. Feel me? This thing be breaking on me, ain't gonna lie, but you know. So, bro, I'm acting like stupid. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like put the camera on, I just don't know what to do anymore. Wait, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Guys, help. First, I'm gonna use this new Elf brow lift that I got. Hopefully it works, because I just been using edge control. I feel like that's a black person thing. Is that a black person thing to just use edge control? Or do y'all be doing that too? TikTok always trying to get me to leave a review when I be buying stuff off a TikTok shop. Like, nobody wants to do that. Like, y'all not giving me no money off, so what's the point of me leaving a review? Tell us how we did. No, actually. Because I could complain and say my stuff was supposed to be here 2 days ago. And it's just not getting here. I heard that you're supposed to, like, when you brush up your eyebrows, you're supposed to just do it. Hello. But I heard that you're just supposed to do it in the, like, the way that the hairs go naturally. So, I mean, I'm trying to do that, but I really can't see. Anyway, how do they look? So now I'm just gonna, like, smooth them out. I'm debating on if I want to do, like, a full bead, like, because I don't conceal my brows. I don't do any of that. I don't think I'm gonna do that, to be honest, though. But this would be the time to experiment. But I don't even like like dark brows on myself. No way. So there's that. My nose. Bro, my dad is not changing the freaking air vents in this house. I can't even breathe. Back to the end of the brow pencil. I'm just feeling. Does it just break? What the heck? I'm irritated. Did y'all see that thing, that TikTok where that I can't remember if it was a guy. It was probably a guy. Because when do they not run their mouth? It was like a girl's favorite word that she uses, like unironically, is irritated. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, like I'm being inconvenienced. Do you not be irritated? Like, is this working? Does it look different? Oh yeah. Oh nah, Dolly.
Nah, Dolly, you lost.
Okay, I'm gonna diffuse this out a little bit. Wait, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. But like, what do y'all do first? Am I stupid for doing the gel and then filling them in? I feel like I'm done for that. Should I do the front of my brows? I hardly ever put anything right here, but they're looking a little sparse. Maybe just because I can't see. How's it look? Guys, if I look crazy, tell me now. Tell me now if I look a mess. It's not helping that my forehead looks gigantic either. Cut up the clips so they're not all over the place and I'm not importing a video that's 15 minutes long. Anyway, I don't want to put this on my face like this. Not skincare. It's just 3 pumps and then yeah, guys, I have 2 underground pimples on my face and I'm so freaking irritated, bro. I'm so irritated and I can't tell if this is too dark or not. I really can't see. Like, I feel like this is why my makeup be looking a mess sometimes because I'm doing it half blind. Like, God. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about stuff, but I don't forgot what I was supposed to be talking about. I don't want to talk about Love Island. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, I feel like my opinion is not necessary. There's 50,000 videos on TikTok and Instagram talking about Love Island. Like, I don't need to be 50,001. Would that give me the clicks? Possibly. I'm going to tell you guys about my experience at Georgia. And I'm not going to, I'm not spilling no tea. Like, there's no tea to be spilled. Like, I'm going to just go purely off, how my season went. So, boom. This looks dark. Am I tripping? Yo, I don't think I'm tripping for real. I'm losing light. So basically, I got hurt before indoor. No, I'm lying. Why am I lying? I got hurt after the first meet at Clemson, like mid race. Mid race got hurt for real. And I was running the 60. My time actually wasn't bad, but it was like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it could have been better. And I got a cramp in my hamstring. I don't even say it's a cramp. My hamstring started hurting like mid race. It was probably at like the 40. And I got like a cramp. And I was like, oh shoot, like this is bad. And so I didn't press. Like I just, I just kept pee. Like I just kept pushing. And then we come off the line. I'm like, dang, bro, my hamstring like low key hurt. Like I'm kind of limping a little bit. And I go into a coach. I'm like, actually no. We all finished, and she's like, does everybody feel good? I'm like, nah, Dolly, I'm not gonna lie, my hamstring hurt. And she's like, okay, go see the trainer. I was like, okay, cool. I go see the trainer. I'm just limping around. Elf, putty bronzer in the shade, gone. I feel like this is the same shade as my freaking concealer. I'm gonna use this brush that I just got. Elf liquid bronzer and contour duo. Which side do I use? Probably this side for the powder, right? I'm so stupid, bro. It's okay. Anyway, I go to the trainer. I'm looking around Clemson, and they give me a massage, and I'm like, yo, like I got a cramp in my hamstring, like mid race for real. And they're like, okay, we're gonna get you an MRI like once we get back to school. So okay, cool, sounds good. Get the MRI, and they talk about you have a grade 2 hamstring strain. I'm like, dang, bro, my season clipped. Actually, no, I wasn't thinking that because it's not my first hamstring injury. Like, I got hurt sophomore year of high school too, and that was like a grade. I think it was a grade 1. Dang, bro, like grade 2 hamstring, like first meet of the season. Like, I'm like, dang, like, oh my god, like the season just started. Like, I did one race and now I'm clipped. Then they decide um, to give me the PPP injection. Now, the PPP injection is different from the PRP injection because the PPP rejection injection has less recovery time. So I got the PPP injection, bro. That felt like I hurt my hamstring all over again. Like that's how painful it was. Um, but yeah, and then the PRP injection, I got that sophomore year of high school, and that I went through PT like for weeks. I only rested for like 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna use this brush and I'm gonna use the Elf Putty Blush. No, there's no shade. I'm sorry. There's no shade on here. But anyway, I don't know if y'all can see, but I put the bronzer here, here, and on my nose. I'm gonna put the blush pretty much right on top of that. So like right here. Dang, I was supposed to be using my liquid blush. Okay, so I can use both. But I got this new Elf liquid brush. Elf liquid blush in the shade uh Pinky Promise. I'm gonna use both. I'm just gonna use both. But yeah. So I got the PPP injection. I rested for a few days. Doctor talking about you have a lot of muscles. I'm like, thanks, girl. That was pretty much it. And then I started training again. Um, little did I know, my season was done already. My season was done already. PRP injection, PPP injection. Otherwise, like my season was already freaking done. I started training for outdoor. I was doing a lot of hills, stuff. Ooh, God. I don't see that much. So I started practicing again. Ooh, this is cute. It's very rosy and pink. This is cute. I like this is cute. Wait, that's kind of cute. Here's what happened. The program at Georgia is essentially they do strength training all year, and this is not something that's a secret. Like you ask the coach, strength coach will tell you that himself. The UGA strength program, like the coach will tell you, "Do I need this?" Yeah, I'll put it right here. Whoa, hey, this is like really light. Haha. I'm irritated. I'm not using this. But yeah, UGA strength program, they do strength training all year, essentially. But like, should I have been doing that? Probably not if I'm trying to run fast. Probably not if I'm trying to run fast because I mean you can lift heavy like all day, like but like are you actually doing it right and are you doing it fast? Like are you moving the weight fast? Because if you move the weight slow, that's how your body's gonna think. Like if you're moving the weight slow, you're going to be slow. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna use this another shade of the Elf Camo Concealer. I can't see the shade right now, so I'm gonna let y'all know later. But yeah, so I was lifting the weight, lifting the heavy weight, right? But I was moving the weight, like I was lifting this heavy weight that nobody wanted to lift with me. But yeah, so I was moving the weight, but I wasn't moving it fast. You see what I'm trying to say? So it was like, yeah, like you're hitting like new PRs in the weight room or whatever, but it's like, can you actually move the weight? Are you using the right muscle groups to move the weight and then translate that onto the track? No, I was not doing that. I was just lifting the weight. Right. So I say all this to say I put on a lot of weight, right? I put on like probably like eight pounds of muscle, right? More muscle, eat more, get fat, right? I was moving a lot of weight, but I also put on a lot of weight. So, um, yeah, you know, should you be fat in running track? No, you're not gonna be fast. So, but pretty much all year, coach was basically saying like you need to get lean, Keelan, like you need to be lean. Because they're not gonna tell you upright that you need to lose weight. Like that's people are too sensitive for that. Oh shoot. I'm tripping. I'm gonna use this lighter concealer. Right in the corner. But yeah, so we put on a lot of weight, and then basically they say lose the weight. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I can lose the weight, whatever, whatever. But I didn't know how to lose the weight. So I was like, he told me like, okay, talk to the nutritionist, talk to the nutritionist. I'm like, all right. Nutritionist was not answering the phone. Was not answering the phone. So I was like, I mean, I don't really know how to lose the weight. Like losing weight has never been like I don't know if I need to go on a calorie deficit or if I should just be eating like different types of food. Like, cause I wasn't eating terrible. You know what I mean? But I was still probably like over consuming like carbs and all that other type of stuff. And yeah, so basically lose the weight, talk to a nutritionist. I'm like, okay, I can talk to the nutritionist. My mic done turned off. Basically, what I was using the DEXA scans for was to basically just see my body fat percentage, right? Hello? Why does my mic keep turning off? Like it's thing dying? But yeah, basically, I don't even remember what I was saying. Like, anyway, too heavy to run fast. Basically, all I'm trying to say. It's too heavy to run fast. So, first meet of the season, I wanted to, I just wanted to myself. Like, it was bad, bro. I was so irritated. Bro, if this thing dying me one more time, like, I'm back. Anyway, like I was saying, too heavy to run, right? Um, so yeah, too heavy to run. You can't run fast. Being that fat. Basically, basically what they were saying. That's basically what they were saying for real. Um, next I'm gonna take my Elf HD powder, and I'm just gonna set my face. But yeah, basically, it was telling me, "Killing, you're too fat. You need to lose weight." I was like, "Okay, cool. I mean, I can lose weight. Like, that's fine." Um, eventually, I did start losing weight. However, once I started losing weight, it was pretty much too deep into the season for it to make an actual difference. And I'm going more into that later. But first meet of the season, like I said, wanted to myself, right? Because I haven't ran a I think I'm pretty sure I ran 24-3. I think. But I haven't ran a 24. I haven't touched 24s since like freshman sophomore year of high school. So I was like, oh my freaking gosh, like bro, like this cannot be happening to me for like no no there's powder everywhere. I was like, no, bro, this cannot be happening to me. Like I was so mad. I went home and like I was just so mad. I was like, bro, like this is not who I am. I was like I was crashing off. I was just like, bro, I have not ran this slow in years, years, and like I'm aware now that it wasn't just a me thing. Like it wasn't just because I was fat. Like it wasn't just because I was overweight and fat. It was more so of like a gap in like the training, like a gap in the training, um, and like the system that it is, it's short. What is it? Short to long? Yeah, it's short to long. Me, I need long to short. Man, I'm gonna tell you why. Mainly because if we don't do any like conditioning, so to speak, hello, if we don't do any like conditioning, like when I ran like my fastest times in high school, like I was doing like 250s, 300s, like almost every week, right? So I go to school and I'm not doing that. It's like you're not even in shape. You're not even in shape to be running that. And like it would be like it's okay. Once you start running more meets, you'll get into shape. I'm not even in shape. Like I'm not even in shape to be running. You know, like as a freshman, like you just be trying to trust the process. Like you don't even want to like question like the coaches or whatever. Like you just like you obviously want to advocate for yourself. Basically, me telling this whole thing like always, dang, I look crazy. Always advocate for yourself, like no matter where you are. And don't like essentially like just don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. If you know what she was doing like works for you and it's like a universal thing, like that coaches can do, like just don't be afraid to like tell them like, hey, this is what I need, like this is what helps me be fast and be successful and all that type of stuff. Like you have to like advocate for yourself, like because essentially if you don't like tell them, they're not gonna know, right? um so yeah, running slow, running booty all year. And then I got into the 23s and I was like, and it was like a hooray. Like, bro, you know you should not be celebrating no 23/7. Like, you know you should not be celebrating no 23/7. And it was just like, it was so jarring because like I go back and thinking about it, I was like, bro, I was like celebrating with my teammates because I had got out of the 24s. Like, I'm not no 24, like I'm not no 24 person, no way. So I was like, bro, this is ridiculous, bro. And yeah, basically. That's basically all I'm trying to say. It was freaking ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna take this Milani baked bronzer in the shade 3 Capri Copper, and I'm gonna use the other end of this brush, and I'm just gonna put it in the same spots that I had my uh, putty bronzer in. But yeah, I'm over here celebrating 23/8, 23/7. I'm like, bro, you know this not fast, right? Like, you know this not fast, right? Like, you're not injured. There's no reason you should be running this slow. I look like the Lorax. Like I'm not injured. Like, there's no reason I should be running this slow. Um, you feel me? And it's like, imagine like you go to college and you running a second and a half slower than you was running in high school. Everybody's gonna be like, what's going on, right? So for months, like, um, me and my parents were like talking and like, what can we do? Like, what can we do to basically support you? Yada yada yada. And I'm like, I don't really know. Like, talk to the nutritionist. We talk to the nutritionist. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to talk to the nutritionist. She not answering the phone. What am I supposed to do if she answers her phone? And talking about, what, did you go in her office? I'm like, how am I supposed to know when she's in her office if she don't answer the phone? I'm so confused. How am I supposed to know that? She could not even be in office, and I leave my door for what? For no reason. Leave my door for no reason to find out she's not in office, right? And like I can tell that they was getting frustrated with me, to be honest. But I was just like, bro, like I don't I don't even like having this conversation at the end of the day because it's just like I'm just bad. Like, I mean, I'm not fat, but like basically it's like you just need to eat better. Like, no more Uber Eats, no more DoorDash. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I mean, if that's what I gotta do, right? Next, I'm gonna take the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Pink Panna Cotta, number 16, and I'm gonna take the other half of my brush. Oh my gosh, it's not picking up much. Anyway, yeah. So I eventually started getting like meal prep stuff, and that helped a lot because I actually did start losing weight. Surprise! I did start losing weight. I went from the 160s, like high 160s, to like high 150s. So obviously it can be done. Can y'all say that? Because I can't say it. Anyway, but yeah, so I did actually end up losing weight. I think I lost like 8 pounds in like 3.5 weeks. And worst 3.5 weeks of my life, but you know, it was cool. If you say you're hungry at 11 p.m., you're not hungry. Just go to sleep. Unless you're gonna eat some yogurt. But yeah. So I lost the weight, but I still wasn't running fast. Whoop de doo. I still wasn't running fast. And so I'm like, I'm done, bro. There's nothing more I can do but just live my life. So I've lost weight. And like nothing's working. I'm like, I'm still not running fast. Like, I'm still the slowest in the group. I'm just like, bro, like, what am I doing wrong? Next I'm gonna do eyeliner. Sephora. I don't know where I got this. I'm not gonna lie. It just ended up in my makeup bag one day. But yeah, I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Like, I was sending updates to my parents and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, like, I made it to the 150s. Hooray! Let's go get ice cream. Let's go get ice cream. And like, like I said, I was still running slow. So, am I really the problem anymore, or is it something else I'm missing? And fast forward to SECs. Right before SECs, there's my wing. Right before SECs, coach calls me in her office. She's like, "You know you're not going to SECs, right?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, I know. I'm pretty aware I'm not going to SECs." And she was like, basically, I need to have a talk with the athletic director on if you can essentially stay on the team next year, like stay on the roster. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, okay. And she was like, it's not because of you as a person. It's purely off performance. And I'm like, I mean, I know it's off of performance. Mind you, in the 100, I hadn't ran faster than 11.6 all season, and I only ran the 100 about 4 times. And I was mad every time. But yeah, I'm gonna go more into like the technical points at some other time. But yeah, she was like, basically, oh, my bad, Joe. I forgot to update you. Here's my mascara that I'm using. My Too Faced. She was like, yeah, I have to have a talk with the AD about um keeping you, like, she phrased it as, if your spot is guaranteed on the roster for next year. I'm like, all right, okay. Like, I'm gonna keep it Pete. Like, I ain't gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna hold it down. But best believe I did cry when I get home. I got to my dorm, I cried, openly cried. I cried, laid in the bed, and then I called my parents. I didn't call them crying because it was 2 talks. I went to her office one day, and then she was like, "But I don't know yet. Like, I have to have a talk with her." So I was like, "Okay." So I went home. Didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell like my parents that she had had that first conversation with me. But the next day, I think it was the next. Yeah, it was the next day. I went to her office, and she was like, "Basically, we can't keep you on the team." So I mean, yeah, that's it. That's what gotta happen. That's what gotta happen for real. And she was like, like I said, it's not because like you as a person or anything like that. Like, it's purely off performance. Like, in this day and age, there's no room for development like anymore. I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I was like, why do I need to be developed? Like, I didn't come in running slow times. So what do you mean? Because like when I think of development, I think of like your times aren't exactly like best of the best for real when you come in. But I was like, dang, like I know I'm not like slow. She was like, the AD is my boss, so if he's like, if she's like, if I don't win, my job's on the line. I was like, okay. I mean, do I want to hear that right now? Probably not. And I'll help you reach out to schools, yada yada. If you like need my help with that. I was like, I mean, okay, like I'll take it. But she actually gave me a different option. She said I could stay at the school and still have my education paid for. And I was like, I mean, all right. No, but thanks. And she said I'll give you a few days to think. So yeah, I went home. I called my parents, and my mom was mad. My dad was mad, and yeah. And then I had to talk to compliance, and I had to have them send me transfer papers, and I had to do a checkout with the athletic trainers and all that type of stuff. Like, I didn't tell anybody. Like, but not that I didn't think it was any of their business, but like, it really was none of their business. I actually thought about it. I thought about telling people. I really did, but at the end of the day, I was like, I mean, can't nobody change my mind anyway. So what's the point in telling anybody? And, I was gonna be one of the people who made. I've decided to transfer from University of Georgia. Like, I was gonna be one of the people, but nah, Dolly. The AI post was really getting on my nerves. And I seen plenty of them once the portal opened, and I was like, nah, I don't want to be one of y'all. Like, no shade to anybody who made a post, but I just didn't want to do all that, and then have to like write out a thank you. Like, nah, I ain't want to do that. I ain't want to do all that extra stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna transfer. Like, I'm just gonna leave. And I was like, I'm not really in the headspace to make a post. Like, my thought is not on being performative, so to speak. And me making a post, it's basically like telling the whole world. And if I didn't want to tell any of my teammates, why would I go into the whole world, right? That I was leaving. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. You feel me? Like, nobody really needs to know. So like, it ain't gonna make no difference come next year. Like, my spot is gonna be filled. Like, it is what it is. So yeah. Next, I'm gonna take. I just got this actually because my last highlighter was cracked and leaking. But I'm using the Elf, whatever this is, highlighter. In the shade Soft Pearl Era. I'm gonna put on my nose and my inner corners. Happens to the best of us for real. Did I not set my nose? What the frick? Hold on. I'm getting concealer on my brush. My highlighter. Nah, Dolly. Hold on. Oh gosh. I should have done this ages ago. But anyway, like I was saying, I feel like the world didn't need to know that I was leaving until I for sure had a place to go next. Like, I didn't want to draw a whole bunch of attention to it anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna just keep this to myself. I'm gonna keep this between me and my family, and I was just going on about my day. Like, at the end of the day, like, the day gonna end. So I guess it wasn't no scandal or nothing like that. But yeah, it's pretty much all I can say. Like, I'm sorry, there's no like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just more so of that place in its program just wasn't for me. At the end of the day. Next, I'm gonna use my Balani Make It Last. There's still powder on my face. Oh, okay. Only thing I posted on my spam was after I posted my signed post to Illinois, and I said, "Don't ask me why I left." And I was running 11.6 and getting excited over 23.8. That's not even objectively fast. It's objectively slow. I know like a lot of people ask me why I left and stuff, and I didn't really address it. I didn't really want to go into the detail of it. I was like, it's kind of too fresh for me to even want to talk about anyway, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I miss my friends. Obviously, it was a really good school. If I was a NARP, I'd want to go to that school. But yeah, I just wish it could have went better. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna just follow whatever God's plan. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. I'm gonna just follow whatever God has planned for me, and if that's at a different school, that's at a different school. And you just gotta make peace with that, y'all. You just gotta make peace with the fact that it's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna use my L'Oreal infallible spray. Like I don't want to put no hairspray on my face just to take it off once I'm done with this video. But next, I'm gonna use my Elf Cream Lip Liner. Hope y'all can see that in the shade Dark Cocoa. And I'm just gonna line my lips. Lips are lined. Next, I'm gonna take my Champagne Toast lip gloss that I got from Bath Body Works. What did I just say? Bath and Body Works. Some people actually gave me some topics as to what I should talk about. I didn't want to. Sorry, guys. My glasses are back on so I can see. Does it look terrible? No, it look kind of tea. Should I dye my hair blonde, guys? Y'all think I would look good as a blonde? I'm cute. I mean, I guess I could tell y'all why I chose it anyway. Or maybe I'll just let the season speak for itself. I definitely pray that I was making the right decision. Not even leaving. I knew that was the right decision. I just felt it. I felt it in my spirit. I was like, I'm just gonna leave. Like it's okay, Keelan. Don't even fret. Don't even fret about leaving because eventually it's all gonna work itself out. Ew, I don't like that. I definitely prayed about where I should go because I didn't want to end up in the same situation. So I'd say like I mean I just really liked it there. Like I went on a visit. I was only there for like 2 days. Just me and my mom and Coach Smalls. Nobody was really there because everybody was training for nationals and all that type of stuff. But I did talk a little bit with the people there, and I felt like I just felt like I could see myself there. You feel me? Um, and like I know I probably said the same thing and more about uh, Georgia, but once you decide to transfer, like you definitely start thinking about more than just can I see myself going here. It's more like can I see myself succeeding here, and like can like do they wait the way they train like line up with the type of athlete that I am. And I feel like that's some of the stuff that I overlooked um in the beginning when when I first decided to commit to Georgia. And I'm not gonna say it was a regret or a mistake or anything like that. Like I definitely think it was a canon event. It was a canon event in my life. And I don't say I'm glad that it happened, but I am glad that it happened. Because it may even be a bit presumptuous to even say that because I haven't even went to Illinois yet, but I do think it was the right decision. I think that if I would have stayed and just stayed there to get my education, like it wouldn't have been beneficial for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it would have been more so of a it wouldn't have been like a selfish decision. And I feel like where you're in the position of hey, we need you to transfer, you got to make that selfish decision. I was like, I mean, I know the type of person I am, and I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring to the table, and I know that I wasn't even able to fully like show that at Georgia. And even though like it ended up the way that it did, and I had to transfer and things like that, like I definitely doubted myself. Not even gonna hold you, bro. I definitely doubted myself because like I went home after almost every meet, and like I wasn't crying after almost every single meet, but I was just more so like I got into the headspace of like, okay, the next one, like what I'm trying to say, and it was like that's not really the mindset you want to be in when you're running on scholarship and your scholarship can be taken away, like because what I had it was more so of like, okay, let me just keep up with everybody else, right? Maybe if I keep up with everybody else, I'll be fine. Like it'll eventually work itself out. No, no, it don't work like that, unfortunately, because it's like the program doesn't work for some people and it's not going to work for other people. Unfortunately, I was a person the program may work for, and um, not to say that the program is bad or anything like that, but I could go into more and the type of program and why it is the way that it is because I know why it is the way it is and I know who started that program and I know that it's very cookie cutter. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, uh, But yeah, I feel like I could um drop more motivational speeches and drop bars on y'all for real, but I'm gonna spare you. I'm gonna spare you. Basically, if you enter the transporter this year, I'm praying for you. Not like in a bad way or anything like that. Like I don't mean it with a negative connotation, but I genuinely am praying for you because I was blessed enough to where even though I didn't do my best at that school, I had a coach who believed in my potential as an athlete and even as a person to grow. I know some people would just transfer somewhere, get faster, and then go somewhere else. But I don't see myself doing that. I've never been the type of person to just gain a whole bunch at one place and then leave to go to the next because it's like you've done all this at one place. Like these people have helped you get here. Why would you leave? You know what I'm trying to say? Period. Um, well, I should make myself blow up. Uh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. But thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I could talk about other stuff, but I just felt like I wanted to add a little bit of substance to my channel. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me and listening. Uh yeah. See you guys in the next one. Bye.